some of the keys? Some of the keys today.
We knew that they were a really good rebounding team, so we really wanted to keep them off the offensive boards, and they really shoot it at a high clip from three. They might lead our league in three-point percentage at like 41%. So we wanted to slow them down a little bit. 5 and 2, they're the best three-point shooters, and I think we slowed down 2 a little bit. He's 1 for 6 from 3, and 5 got some, but for the most part, we did a pretty good job of that and just following the game plan, and that was the game plan. So.
The game plan too, was it to attack the rim as usual?
You say me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach just said in the locker room, I think we're 5th in the country right now at free throw attempts per game. So they're always harping at that, getting downhill, and then they let the refs know, we're 5th in the country in free throws. So, blow the whistle. But definitely a key every game we play, attacking the rim.
When you do that, Matt, there are times when you're going to, take shots where it's not going to work out. You're forcing an issue. Is it sometimes tough to keep your confidence up when you're attacking like that, knowing that they're going to get their hand on some of the shots?
Yeah, we just got to be smart in transition, taking the right ones. But I think, Coach will live with whatever shots we take in transition because he just wants us to be in attack mode all the time. He wants us to make mistakes of aggressiveness and not passiveness. So attacking the rim is an aggressive mistake, and we got guys that are really good at getting the bucket.
Tyler, both start to both halves, they kind of got a little something going. How did you guys work through that? Because it seemed like, 8, 9 minutes into each half, you guys kind of turned around, started D'ing up a little bit better.
Yeah, it just starts with ending possessions with rebounds and just get back to the basics. Make sure we're getting back in transition and just making sure they just get one shot and just stick with the game plan, attack the rim, and make sure we get stops continually down the half.
Matt, this was step one in the process, conference, but it's nice to come out and have this kind of performance to get going.
Yeah, definitely. We want to defend our crown, defend our Summit League title, and it's one game at a time. Denver, we played them tough both times last year, 2 close games down to the wire. We know they're a good team, a talented team, so it was big for us to get a lead going into halftime, and something we didn't do so well last year was put teams away, and they did come back in the second half, but this time we were able to extend the lead and kind of put them away towards the last 10 minutes of the game.
Tristan, tough week coming up. I know, Craig always stresses, protecting the home floor, and you got 3 to start here at home, and Western coming in Wednesday, and NDSU coming in Saturday. So how do you go about this week, just trying to build on what you started here today?
Oh, yeah, we played Northland too, so we got 4 games in a row here at home, but, coaches preach to us, and we preach as a team to protect the Sanford College Sports Center. I think we lost here once last year. Is that funny?
It's just long.
Yeah, the SCSC, I should maybe say. But, yeah, so we're just going to do what we've been doing, prepare. We got our scouts and whatnot. We got a day off tomorrow, so we got to make sure we're taking care of our bodies, and we got to protect our home court at the end of the day.
What do you know about Western?
Western, they're last year I think they were 8th, but they're a lot better this year. We talked about them a little bit. They have that 7-footer at the 5 position, and they have a point guard, freshman point guard that's been playing well for them. So we got to really lock in and be ready to go.
How different, Matt, do you expect that matchup to be compared to what you guys saw today with Pioneers?
I'm really not sure, to be honest. We haven't watched film on them yet, but I think Western's a little more athletic. They got some athletes on the perimeter. They're going to try and attack the rim more probably. I know the big dude, he's a really good shot blocker. But it's going to be different. I mean, the Summit League is a really good league. I think I saw it was 12th in RPI and Ken Palm, whatever that is. But everybody in the league is good, and we know that, we got a target on our back since we won it last year, so teams are going to come at us hard.
Tristan, I'm looking at it right here. They were down by 10. It looked like they had maybe a little bit of momentum there. And then a couple of hoops by Matt. And then you got a rebound and 3-point play by Carlton Hurst there. Did you see that as maybe kind of the turning point? Not a turning point, but an area of the game where you were able to kind of take control for good?
Yeah, for sure. Just like Matt was saying, we've we've got to get better at putting teams away. So that was nice to see that we had that little run there that kind of slowed them down a little bit. And when we're huddling up as a team, like in between free throws, that's what I say is, let's spread this thing out. So that was good to see.
A good win for the Yotes. They're Denver's. They're just a big, physical, rugged team, and I felt like obviously the emphasis. They do a great job on the boards, both offensively and defensively. Amigo's a load inside, and he goes 8 for 12 from the field for 17, and returning all league guy, and Razga has been, I believe, honorable mention all league as a freshman and a sophomore. Now he's a junior and playing great basketball, and then the Pemberton kid has really improved. He was a good player last year, really good defensive player, but his jumper has really, really improved. And so I believe coming into tonight's game, they were 36th in the country in three-point field goal percentage at right around 41%. I think it's 40.9%. And so we felt like we had to do a good job and make those guys earn everything on the perimeter, and then not let them get loose in transition. So, it was kind of back and forth for a while, and then I thought we did a good job. We really made a surge from, I think, around the 7-minute mark or so through to halftime to go up by 12, and wasn't really happy with our start, even though we were scoring. I thought we were playing very nonchalant on the defensive end. I think they scored 4 of their first 6 possessions, and then I thought we got going. Our bench was really, really good tonight. I thought Tyler Peterson was very good. I thought Nick Fuller was very good. And I thought Sparky did a good job on the defensive end. So it was a good W. You start at home, which is good, but you got to take care of business at home. If you're gonna do what we're trying to accomplish here, you got to take care of business against good teams. And the Summit League this year is ranked, in terms of the RPI, number 12 in the country. And so it's a good league with a lot of depth and some great wins, and we're happy to get out of here with the W.
With disparity in free throws, is that you get along with the officials better than the other guys usually?
Well, we told our guys we felt like this, and we always feel like we can get fouled. That's one of our. You go into the game, the last time I saw the national stats, which was 2 days ago, so I don't know, technically going into the game, but I believe we were 5th in the country in free throws attempted and 4th in free throws made. It's kind of what we've done it every year. Even year 2 when we weren't that good, we still got fouled. We kind of know how to do that, I feel like. So you play to your strengths, and quite frankly, they foul. So I thought our guys, early on, we weren't really in attack mode. Our guys were trying on offense. I thought our guys were really trying to play the right way and really share the ball. And we passed up some open looks too, But then Simpson drove it pretty early on, got a layup. And then we kind of got in a little lull. And then I thought we really got it going when I thought Tyler Peterson really got in attack mode. I think he got 4 free throws real quickly in that first half, and then we drew something up for Hags, and he did the up and under and got an easy one. And I think it was 2 possessions later we threw it in. We had something for Trey Birch Manning in the post, and then they stopped him, but I think he kicked it out, and we got fouled at the rim or whatever. Might have got an and one. I don't remember exactly, but then we really got aggressive in the paint, and that's when we really started going. And then our transition game got going. Well, it's a lot easier to get transition when they're not putting the ball in the hole, and that's when we really started getting stops. But give them credit. Amigo played great. We doubled the post right away, and then they hurt us some early, especially offensive rebounds. I think their first 4 points were off offensive rebounds. And they had 7 offensive boards at halftime. Amigo had 3, and Murky, or number 32, had 2. But then we did a good job just playing one-on-one on the post. I thought Sparks especially brought something to the table that way, and Amigo looked kind of tentative. But boy, he was kind of unstoppable for him in the second half. He really got it going. But we did a great job on Razga, holding him to 12 points on 10 shots, but he's such a good player. 6 assists, 2 turnovers in 38 minutes. And then, but as a team, they go 2 for 2 in the last minute 10 or whatever it was from the three, but up until that point, 6 for 20 from the three. So I thought we did a good job carrying a hand and making them earn everything. And then we didn't foul, you know? I mean, and we do a pretty good job of not fouling, so it's a good formula.
There was in the second half, you were up by 10. It looked like it was kind of time for they were going to take a run at it. But then you had a nice series of 3 baskets there with one. Mooney made one and then stole the ball and got another one, and then first had a 3-point play there.
Yeah, that was a big moment, and then I think there was one earlier too where they. So you're right, that was a big moment. They cut it to 10. Mooney got a layup. It's funny. I sat down for a second, and I said to the staff, I was like, "Man, Mooney hasn't made a shot for a long time," and we ran something for him, and I think he missed again, and then we might have got an offensive rebound on that, and then Mooney drove it in there and got the layup, and then we got the steal. Mooney got the steal for a layup. He had 6 steals, as you can see tonight. And you know what's great about Matt is he can do that, obviously, but he's done such a better job of just getting those kind of steals by playing sound defense, not just gambling, to get those steals. And some guys can get a bunch of steals, but they're just running all over like a kamikaze. And Matt's done a lot better job just being sound and letting them, letting that happen and with anticipation, right? And then Hurst with the big, and one. So there's another little run they made too. When they threw their 3-2 zone on us that we hadn't seen a whole lot. Well, we were ready for that, but it kind of got us stagnant a little bit. And then it was a good thing that Tyler Peterson was working on his left-hand reverse layups, because I think he had 3 of them in like a matter of 5 minutes or whatever. But TP really knows how to play. I thought, Simpson and Peterson, those 2 sophomores, I thought had really, really good games. And Simpson was a lot more aggressive getting downhill than he has been in quite some time. And it shows, shooting 11 free throws and had a good rhythm, 4 for 6 from the field and 17 points on 6 shots. And Peterson with 13 on 7 shots, and that's production. And then I'll give, hey, we're talking about guys. I thought Mooney got off to a really good start. Kind of got in a little bit of a funk there in the second half, but then got those couple layups. And then Hagedorn, you come off a broken nose, and you see Amigo over there, you might have some second thoughts every now and then, right? And I thought he was a little tentative, which you maybe expect early. And then we challenged him and our team, quite frankly, at that first media timeout. And because we weren't playing USD basketball, and then I thought from that point on he played really aggressive and a lot more tenacious.
What goes into that style you were talking about? That when you got here, that attack the rim, free throw, get fouled kind of thing. What goes into that?
It's a fine line. I mean, because you have to have the right kind of personnel, certainly. Now, especially now, the last couple of years. I mean, last year we were 6th, I think, at the end of the regular season in shooting free throws. So you have to recruit a certain way, and honestly, you got to trust your guys too. Because we're not just running play after play after play. And Flack, obviously, even though Flack was so athletic, but he still wasn't like a high volume attempt guy. So it's just kind of you have to play with great pace. You got to play super hard, and quite frankly, I think part of it is you got to have a good passing team, with that. So, and you got to be tough. I mean, it's not always easy just going to the rim and just getting drilled over and over and over again. You got to be able to, take some punishment that way. So, and then the other part of it too, I guess, what's maybe accentuated that is your transition game. You get fouled a lot in transition, right? I mean, because typically you have the advantage, so it's hard to run though and get in transition if you can't get stops.
You talk about being aggressive and doing your thing, but you got best shot blocker in the league coming in here Wednesday. Do you have to just come up with new ways to attack, or do you just go right at him and hope to get him in trouble?
We'll see how it goes. That's a good question. I did tell Hags when I left the locker room, I said, now you know your guard next week, or on Wednesday, because that kid's really improved. And, obviously, was he the defensive player of the year last year? I don't know. I know he was one of the 3 guys or whatever. So, and he's definitely a presence down there. But Western Illinois, I feel like they're much improved. They have a really good point guard. Obviously, they're the big kid is a good player, and they're playing good basketball. So it's a big week for the Oats. I mean, you know what? Every game's a big game, right? So, I mean, overstated, but we got to take care of business at home. I mean, you just every year, whatever league you're looking at, the teams that make it to the top, always take care of business at home. And so we got a lot of work to do, and it was nice to have 3 practices actually this week. I thought you could see us getting better with some things, especially on the offensive end, because of those 3 practices. I can't remember the last time we've had 3 practices in a row. It's been a long, long time. So, but Western's much improved. It's kind of awkward. We're the first game in the Summit League, and you know it's a different season. 14 league games, so your margin for error is a lot slimmer. You don't take care of business one night, whatever it might be. Like you don't have as much time to recover from that. So, so you got to take care of business at home. So it's a good start.
Different style for them though, compared to what you saw.
Yeah, I haven't seen them play yet, but I know the point guard's really good. I was talking to Austin. I thought Eric Peterson had a really good scout, by the way, today for Denver, and Austin Hansen will have it on Wednesday. And first of all, they're always tenacious on defense. They're going to play super hard. They're all over the place. It's going to be physical. They foul at times. I haven't seen the stats this year, but traditionally, and then they have a lot of long sets. So last year it was the old, I like to say that it was a rock fight. Like you're just fighting with rocks, and it's like whoever can, not get hit or get hit and just keep on coming back with blood all over, and you gotta like the taste of your own blood. And with these guys, if I remember right, we won 61. No, it was 62 to 55. That's what it was. And we came in here, and I think one of the first questions was like, well, that thing was a bit ugly. And I was like, well, depends on your perspective. If you like defense, it was a thing of beauty. And then, at their place, I think that was a lot more higher scoring affair. It was the second last game. And then the tournament game, that thing was a rock fight. That was a physical, rugged, smash mouth type of game. We won it in overtime. So you got to defend for long, long possessions against these guys and really guard, screen, and roll.